Hendo, thanks for joining us. Thanks for your time, as always. First of all, obviously not the result that we wanted against Featherstone last weekend, but what positives can you draw from that game and the results and the performances over the last few weeks heading into the trip to Batley on Sunday?
Yeah, well, I think we're certainly competing, aren't we? And I think we've seen that in the victories that we achieved, leading into that Featherstone game. Obviously, they weren't always the prettiest, but we're certainly plenty of effort and competitive spirit. We saw that once again against Featherstone. But if we're being honest, we were second best for large parts of that game. I think we just didn't sort of manage and control the ruck area well enough over the course of the 80 minutes. Obviously, our ball control was a big issue too. And I think in a number of our team targets that we set ourselves each week, it was probably the worst that we've achieved as a group. But I will give a lot of credit once again to the team because we didn't surrender, we didn't give in, we kept coming and scored some good tries at the back end of the game as well, which was nice just to sort of make it a little bit more respectable. But overall we were certainly second best against a very good Featherstone side.
Batley, the opponents then this week, and they've had a really strong start to the season. I think the third in the table at the moment. How tough a test is this one going to be on Sunday?
Yeah, real tough. They're last year's grand finalists, and they've sort of come into some good form of late as well. They had probably a little bit of a slow start to the championship campaign, but in recent weeks they're playing some really good rugby league football. They seem to have got themselves back into sync and playing well. So look, they're going to be a tough proposition. There's no doubt about it. One thing that we do know with Batley is they're a similar sort of side where they'll compete. They've got a really good work ethic and real honesty about their team, and we're going to have to work extremely hard to break them down. But also defensively, we're going to have to be really, really strong. They've got some big boys there that are strong ball carriers and can really punch some holes into you. So, we're going to have to front up defensively, no doubt about it. But we're also going to have to be very, very good with the ball in hand too to break them down. So, I think, like you said, at the moment, they're one of the form teams of the competition.
Obviously, whenever we go to Batley, I guess the conversation is always around the slope and the Batley surface. How much is that discussed in camp? How much do you prepare for something like that?
Yeah, well, look, it's quite unique, isn't it? There's no other rugby league ground like it. It's and again, as a coach, it's a different challenge. You do have to tactically adapt yourself slightly for that. For those variables, and we'll have a slight plan for what we're going to be doing, going up the hill as well as down the hill. So, but hopefully, like I said, the boys will be able to execute that. But you're right, it's a unique experience going there, and like you said, you do have to adapt your game slightly for those conditions.
Team news-wise, and obviously we're struggling at the moment with injuries, but Ollie Pratt back in contention?
Yes, he's been allowed to come back from Wakefield this week, so that's great. Obviously, he was 18th man last week for Wakefield and travelled to Catalan with them. Obviously, didn't feature, but he wasn't available, unfortunately, last week for us. But yes, he's back in the mixer for this week.
Yeah, how much of a boost is that for yourself and
huge
your options?
Huge boost. Yeah. It just means that we get a recognised player in that position to go in there. So it just means somebody else can be moved maybe back to a certain other position, which may help the team.
Just finally, I know Batley are offering free admission to this game as well, so hopefully plenty of Knights fans can take advantage of that offer and get down to Batley on Sunday.
Yeah, it's an incredible offer, isn't it, from the Bulldogs? You've got to thank Kevin Nichols and the team there for obviously creating that opportunity for their own fans to come along and people from the local area to come along, but also for our fans. I think they'd be mad not to take that up, really. A free day out, outstanding. So no, it's a credit to the Batley club. Fantastic. Concept there from them, and hopefully that they'll be rewarded with a good crowd, and hopefully for them they'll get some new comers to their stadium to experience rugby league for the first time, and hopefully see a great game.